All right, looks like we're live. Okay, let me check the channel to make sure that we are live. Uh, and then I will go ahead and begin. Like we're live. We are live. Boom. Okay, we're live. Let me go make sure the chat is good. All right, let me put it out here to the masses, and we can talk about what happened today at the lakefront in Chicago. Because I got questions, yo. I got questions, man. I don't know about y'all, but I got questions. But I just appreciate y'all being here and supporting the channel so heavy like y'all been doing. So if you recently subscribed to the channel, if you've been subscribed since day one, sincerely thank you guys for being here and supporting the channel. Appreciate y'all. I just started going heavy on the channel 3 weeks ago, and you guys have responded like in droves. So thank you for the support for real. Been amazing. All right, let me just put this on Twitter real quick. And then we'll have a chit chat. And we'll go from there. Cause what happened today is the same of what's been happening all season long. And I'm just like, all right, this is what we are. This is what we are. And I guess it is what it is at this point. All right, let's see. Hit the hashtag. And then we gonna hit the post. And boom. All right. All right, let me retweet this real quick. And then we gonna work. We can go to work. But here we go. Live talking bears. If I can spell correctly, that'd be great. You know, gotta be able to spell correctly these days. Otherwise, the message doesn't get out clearly. All right. Welcome back to Bears Yard, people. Your home of opinionated Chicago Bears talk. This your boy Vipe. And again, I just want to thank you guys for showing up and watching the content. So thank you for that. But unfortunately, the Bears lost their 9th game in a row today, going down to the Detroit Lions 34-17. And after watching that game, I watched it from front to back. I just got a question, bro. Are we tanking? Because it feels like we're tanking to me. There's a couple of things that happened in that game that really have me questioning, are we trying to intentionally lose out? It kind of sad to me if that's where we're going. And again, I don't know if that's where we're going for sure, but it kind of sad to me because I kind of felt like Thomas Brown had a legitimate chance, to make a case to be the permanent head coach once the season's over with. But I no longer believe that. The Thomas Brown hype is gone. I'm out on Thomas Brown. There's no way that Thomas Brown's going to be the head coach of this team moving forward. He's lost 3 in a row. He's lost 2 in the division. He has 1 more division game. And the best he can do now is 2-3. And at this point, it doesn't even matter, man. It's a wrap. But there was a time in that game, right, where we were down, I forget what the score was, but I think we were down by 3 scores or whatever. And the Bears had a 4th down. And instead of going for it on the 4th down, Thomas Brown elected to kick a field goal. Yeah, we were down 34-14. I remember, right? Because we were down 34-14, or whatever the case may be. We were down 20. What is it? 20. Wait, no. What is it? I think it was 20. Was it 20? I can't count now. 24 to whatever. 24-14 or whatever. I don't know. I think we were down by 2 or 3 scores. I don't know. But instead of going for it on 4th down, Thomas Brown kicked a field goal. And I'm like, bro, why are you kicking a field goal? The Bears defense let the Lions score on 5 or 6 straight drives. It was clear to anybody that was watching the game that the Bears defense was not going to stop them at all. So if you know that you're playing a game that the defense pretty much didn't show up for, you're playing a game that your season is over with, you have nothing to play for, why in the hell are you taking a field goal on a 4th down in a game that you were behind 2 scores or more, and a field goal is not going to help you? But Thomas Brown elected to go for a field goal, and it was just ridiculous. And then later on in the game, again, we're down by 2 or 3 scores, whatever the case may be. A 4th down comes up. And instead of going for it on the 4th down, now, at this point, we were backed up because of penalties. So I think it was like 4th and 20 or whatever the case may be. We were backed up. It was 4th and 20. But instead of going for it on the 4th down, Tommy Brown elected to punt the football. And I'm just like, what? Bro, what are you, huh? What? You are punting the football down by like, what, 3 scores in the fourth quarter? And that's what you do? You punt the football? I mean, even Caleb Williams was pissed. He was pissed off, and I would have been pissed too. But you're punting the football down by God knows how many points in the fourth quarter. When your season is over with, you have nothing to play for but pride at this point, and you're punting the football in the fourth quarter when you're down by like 3 scores. Make it make sense to me, somebody. Make it make sense. I don't know how you can make it make sense. I can't make it make sense. I mean, what are we doing here? So this is why I'm asking you all. Are we tanking? Because it feels like we're tanking to me. It feels like Tommy Brown has been instructed from on high that it is time to do what you got to do to tank. Now, you can't just tank and make it blatantly obvious, of course. But there are little things that you can do within a game to intentionally lessen your chances of winning. And waving the white flag in the third quarter is basically tanking to the other team. When Tommy Brown elected to take a field goal in a situation where he clearly should have went for it on that fourth down that first time, you know the tank job is in. And then when it comes up later again in the game, and he punts the ball on third or fourth down or whatever, when you're behind 3 scores, you're tanking. You're giving up. You're giving up. You're tanking the season at that point. So, knowing what I know now, and I think we got a few people watching. So if you are out there watching, thank you for watching. You're not making yourself known, so I don't know who's watching, but thank you for watching anyway. But knowing what we know now and having the Bears have lost 9 games in a row, I don't believe the Bears are going to win again this season, which means we're going to be pretty much almost practically guaranteed a top 10 draft pick. I think we are sitting at 9 right now in the draft order. We're going to have a top 10 draft pick again for the 3rd year in a row. Ryan Poles, bro, what are you doing out here, my guy? And it goes back to what we've been talking about for the past few weeks. This upcoming coaching hire is going to be absolutely critical. Now, speaking of the upcoming coaching hire, you all that have been following the channel know that I've made a few videos about Ben Johnson lately. My last video was about Ben Johnson, so if you haven't checked out the last video I did on Friday, go check that out about Ben Johnson and his background and why I feel like he's going to be a home run hire if we go that route. But Ben Johnson was in his bag today, my people. Ben Johnson was showing out. Tell me why Ben Johnson somehow in the playbook devised a fake fumble play that went for a touchdown pass to Sam Laporta. Wait, what did you say, Vipe? I said that Detroit Lions offensive coordinator Ben Johnson drew up a play that involved the Detroit Lions pretending like they fumbled the ball only to throw a touchdown pass to their tight end, Sam Laporta. Literally, just threw the ball like Jared Goff and Jahmyr Gibbs came out of the block, stumbling both of them, and then Goff finds his footing and hit Sam Laporta for a touchdown pass. And everybody on the defense thought a couple of them thought that there was a fumbling going on, or I thought it was a loss in the backfield, but no. No, not at all. A fake fumble that went for a touchdown, bro. And it was intentional, y'all. It was not an actual fumble, or it wasn't an actual like stumbling of the feet. That was an intentional play. And apparently Ben Johnson got it from something that happened to the Bears last season, the first game of last season against the Packers. Jordan Love actually stumbled in the backfield, whatever, but then ended up throwing a touchdown pass against the Bears in the first game of last season. So Ben Johnson somehow went back to last season and found something that happened to the Bears and used it intentionally today to throw a touchdown pass. If that ain't Ben Johnson in his bag using old things that happened against the Bears to hurt them again today, I don't know what was. I felt like Ben Johnson was putting on a show for the Bears front office today. He was all in his bag today. It was crazy he was in his bag. And there were times where I kind of felt like Tommy Brown was trying to compete with Ben Johnson out there with some of the play calls that he made, and it just went south. Tommy Brown, I'm sorry, dude, but you know Ben Johnson. Don't do that. Don't ever do that again. Don't ever do that again. You know Ben Johnson. Stop it. For whatever reason, Tommy Brown likes to use our wide receivers as running backs, and it just didn't go well. Rome Odunze fumbled a handoff with him and Caleb Williams, even though Caleb got charged to fumble. It was actually on Rome. And then DJ Moore got a handoff that he fumbled, even though he recovered it. He fumbled a handoff. And the whole running with the receiver thing no, we need to do, like, bro, can we throw them the ball? Why are we running with our receivers? Can we throw them the ball? That's what they literally get paid to do. But we are running with our wide receivers. Why do we have wide receivers in the backfield all the time? Why are they in the backfield? Our wide receivers do not belong in the backfield. They belong running routes, and not routes that they're close to each other like tend to happen in season. They should be spread apart so they have space to operate and maybe get open so Caleb can find them when he's running for his life, which, to their offensive line credit today, they did a pretty decent job of holding up. I mean, Caleb took, I think, 1 sack today, but by and large, the offensive line held up today. So kudos to them. But this whole thing of us using our wide receivers, running around the backfield, trying to give them handoffs all the time, it needs to stop. Dude, you're not that good, Thomas Brown. The team is not that good. They're not that talented to be doing trick plays like that. Can we master the basics first before we get all fancy and cute? Your running game is terrible. Caleb Williams was the leading rusher today. He had 34 yards on the ground, and I believe DeAndre Swift had 20 yards on the ground. Caleb Williams was the leading rusher. When Caleb Williams is your leading rusher, that is a problem, Thomas Brown. You need to fix that. Now, again, we know the offensive line is atrocious, but you got to figure it out. One of the crazy things that happened in this game is that Braxton Jones went out with an injury. Hopefully he's okay. I think he's done for the year because he had a leg injury. And then Tevin Jenkins went down because he had a bad calf, but he tried to tough it out. But eventually he had to lead the game because the calf, I guess, got injured or whatever. So the whole left side of the line is out. We got backup. We got Jacob Curran and who's the other guy? Who's the other person that was in as a back? Oh, Larry Borum. So you got Borum and Curran on the left side, right? So why in the world did Thomas Brown and his infinite wisdom decide to run a toss play to the left side? The left side with both backups in. Now it did go for like 2 or 3 yards, but I'm just wondering, like, what are we doing? Why are you running a toss play to the injured side of the line? Stuff like that I just don't understand. Now, it might have been, the only thing that I can see is that was the far side of the line, which means that you run a toss play to that side, you have more room to operate if had you ran it to the right side, which is the healthy side of the line. But the unhealthy side of the line have more room to operate than the light side. But still, that's the side of the line that's injured, and you're running a toss play behind Borum and Curran. And yeah, oh man. You know, I just don't understand, man. I had high hope for Thomas Brown. I had high hope for Thomas Brown. But every week he does something that I'm just like, why are you doing that? I'm left wondering and asking the same question I was asking when Eberflus was the coach, although Thomas Brown hiccups are not as egregious as Eberflus, but I'm still wondering, why are you doing that? I think there's been at least one moment in every game since he become interim head coach where I'm wondering, Thomas Brown, why are you doing that? What is that doing? Why are you doing that? So, yeah, the Thomas Brown honeymoon is officially over. I'm off the train. He will not be here next year. I wish him well in his future endeavors, but it will not be a part of this Chicago Bears staff. The answer is clear. I made a video about it on Friday, but it is clearer than it's ever been. Bring in Ben Johnson. Clearly, he understands how to use his personnel. Clearly, he has run a top 10 offense for 3 years in a row. Clearly, he is interested in the Bears job because he put on a masterclass today on how to whoop their asses. So, Ben Johnson is interested in the job, and Caleb Williams, above all else, is out here balling. My man threw for over 300 yards today and 2 touchdowns, even though the Bears lost. Caleb Williams was out there balling. So, even though the organization is dysfunctional, and we don't know what the hell is going on in the front office between Warren and Poles, Caleb Williams is going to bring people into this job. People are trying to talk crap about how the Bears are so dysfunctional. Nobody wants to come to Chicago. That is a bunch of crap. There are going to be coaches lined up to have a chance to coach Caleb Williams. He is that good. And I don't care what Jaden Daniels did. I know Jaden Daniels had a comeback drive today for another victory for the Commanders. That's all going well. Jaden Daniels had competent coaching. Caleb Williams does not have competent coaching. He's still out there having one of the best rookie seasons for a quarterback ever. He still had the active streak for rookie quarterback without throwing an interception. He's now over 300 passes thrown without an interception, which is crazy. He is now 6th all-time in passing yards in the season for the Chicago Bears. He now has over 3,000 yards passing for the Bears. And I don't know what the exact number is, but whatever it is now landing him 6th on the list. 6th all-time in Chicago Bears history for passing yards in the season. Even if we know what we know now, I would not do anything differently in the draft this past April. I would still have drafted Caleb Williams because when he gets actual competent coaching and teaching, holy shit, look out. Look out, bro. It's over. The league will be on full notice when Caleb Williams gets good coaching. And by God, by the football God, and we can somehow bring Ben Johnson in here to pair him with Caleb Williams. Oh my goodness. Oh man. Look out, world. My goodness. That might be crazy. Like, that is the dream. That is what I want for Christmas. What I want for Christmas is a Ben Johnson, Caleb Williams pairing. That's what I want. I don't know if it's going to happen because I don't know if Warren and Poles are going to get their heads out of their behinds long enough to make it happen. But it is clear to me who the objective should be to bring into the team this offseason. It has to be Ben Johnson. Now, I'm not saying only talk to Ben Johnson, but the objective has to be Ben Johnson in priority number one. Again, like I said in my previous videos, I still want them to talk to Mike Vrabel. He's not my first choice, but I still want them to talk to him. I still want you to go talk to the Joe Brady's and the Liam Cohens and the Todd Monkens of the world. Go talk to him. But the objective has to be Ben Johnson. Whatever that man wants, you need to make it happen, Warren. Make it happen, Poles. Give him what he wants. I don't care what he wants. Give it to him. You have every resource that you need to give that man what he wants. So let me know if y'all agree. And if you're in the chat, let me know if you agree, or if you watch this replay, let me know if you agree. Do you want Ben Johnson as the next head coach of the Chicago Bears? Because I do. That's where I'm at. We need Ben Johnson. Now, I don't know if he's going to save up because it also depends on what Ryan Poles does in the offseason as far as the draft and free agency. But again, the objective is clear there too. You need to upgrade the offensive line, Ryan Poles. I mean, my Lord. The Bears need 4 new linemen next year. You can't run it back with these people that you got now. I'm sorry, I can't pay Tevin Jenkins. I know he's on a contract here. I can't pay him. I can't do that. He doesn't stay healthy long enough. You can't trust him. He's not reliable. He's good. Don't get me wrong. Tevin Jenkins is very talented, but he's unreliable. He rarely stays healthy enough to be a factor. So I can't pay him. I can't pay Tevin Jenkins. Braxton Jones, and when he's in there, he's getting whooped. And now he's been hurt a lot recently too. So I can't trust him. And he's not a cornerstone left tackle. The first pick of the draft, upcoming draft, the Bears need to draft a left tackle. I keep hearing people talk about Will Campbell out of LSU. If he's the best one available, you need to draft him if you have the opportunity to. You need to draft a cornerstone left tackle, Ryan Poles, because Braxton Jones is not it. And obviously, we need a couple of guards, and we need a center. I don't know where you're going to get that from. Apparently, this draft class is not good for center. Well, guess what? You better go find one in free agency or something, or find a guard that can convert to center or something. I don't know. But you need a center. Coleman Shelton's not it. I've seen him on the back more often than not this season. I've seen enough. Get a new center. And you need 2 guards because Matt Pryor ain't it. And Tevin Jenkins, again, injury prone. You can't trust him. I wouldn't re-sign him. But that's just me. So, in my estimation, the Chicago Bears need 4 new offensive linemen this offseason. 2 of them should come from the draft. Yes, we have 3 picks in the first 2 rounds in this upcoming draft. 2 of them, mandatory, need to be offensive linemen. You got to draft 2 of them as offensive linemen. The third one should probably be a pass rusher. But the first 2, or 2 of them, I don't care how you do it, but 2 of them need to be offensive linemen. There is no debate here. I am not trying to hear about a skill player. I'm not trying to hear about Ashton Jeanty. Hell no. I mean, Ashton Jeanty is an amazing player, don't get me wrong, but we do not have the luxury to go draft an Ashton Jeanty. We don't. We need the best offensive lineman we can get with that first round pick. I am tired of Ryan Poles bargain basement shopping on the offensive line. Look where it gotten us. It gotten us nowhere. We have been last in the division every year since Poles took GM because he had not prioritized the offensive line properly. He has used 1 premium pick on the line, and that's the 1 pick that we could keep. And that's Darnell Wright. Everything else has been garbage. All of it. He went out there and he signed Matt Pryor. He went out there and he signed Ryan Bates, who probably is looking like another bad trade because he can't stay healthy. He went out there and traded for Nate Davis. Holy God, that was a terrible move by him. He went out there and got I don't know who else he got. He got Jay Karan, whatever. He's a depth piece, and all the other moves that he made as far as the offensive line go. Now he got a Ricky Stromberg out of the third round pick. I think we got him from the Cardinals or whatever. He hasn't played yet, but we got him on the thing. You might have to see what he can do, if anything. See if he has any possibility to be the center of the future. I don't know. But we need to upgrade the offensive line this offseason. That has to be the number one priority of Ryan Poles or whoever GM. Because obviously there's no guarantee that Poles can still be the GM, but I think he will. But, I mean, Lord, his mistakes are piling up. But the number one priority this offseason has to be offensive line. Offensive line has to be the number one priority. Otherwise, this team is not going to get to where it wants to be if it does not show up that offensive line. You got to make it happen, bro. That's the priority. But it seems like the Bears are tanking. So if we are tanking and we do lose out this season, the draft capital should be premium. We're going to have like 3 picks in the top 50 at that point. 3 picks in the top 50. I think we could get some quality players. And 2 of them better be offensive linemen. Without question. Without question. There's no debate, Ryan Poles. We are not debating this, Ryan Poles. 2 of those top 50 better be O-linemen. You better figure it out, bro. And again, use the third one on an edge rusher because we still need help on the D lineman. Maybe you can get a premium defensive lineman, a tackle or whatever, fine. But I would prioritize getting an edge rusher to pair alongside Montez Sweat because we've seen this year that he is not the dude. I mean, he's good, but he's not a Michael Parsons or a Aiden Hutchinson type. I would see if you could find somebody like that in the draft, Ryan Poles, if possible. But even with that, I still wouldn't prioritize getting one of those over getting an offensive lineman first. Our first round pick this upcoming draft should be an offensive lineman. I do not care over anything else. I don't care about an Ashton Jeanty. I don't care about a premium pass rusher. I care about getting the best offensive lineman on the board when we pick. Because then and only then does that show me, Ryan Poles, that you are serious about fixing this offensive line. And the fact that it's so bad is egregious and such an indictment on you because you are an offensive lineman. You know, my boy Pat the Designer from ESPN and the Windy City Breeze has a joke about you. He says, stop bringing in linemen that play like you. And it's harsh, but it's the truth. And for those of y'all who don't understand what I'm talking about, Ryan Poles used to be a lineman. I mean, the Bears brought him in. I think we signed him as an undrafted free agent or something like that, or we drafted him or whatever. He didn't make the team. And he was out of the NFL. He never made the team. And it seems like Ryan Poles has been reaching and trying to draft linemen that were like him, like they were projects or they were like down on their luck. No, you can't do that, Ryan Poles. You can't keep bringing in players that are like you. You need premium linemen. I'm talking about dudes that played at schools like Georgia, Alabama, Michigan, Ohio State. Top tier offensive line talent that you failed to draft or bring in for whatever reason because you're too busy trying to draft linemen who were like you. Stop it, man. It's time for you to take the offensive line seriously, Ryan Poles. I mean, if you don't address it this offseason, you might as well kiss your job goodbye. You know you're getting fired for sure. They already want to fire you now. They already want to fire you today, Ryan Poles. And again, if Ryan Poles got fired at the end of this season, I cannot say anything. I can't defend him anymore. I cannot defend you. Your roster is out there getting boat raced every week now. I mean, this next factor is going to sting hard for Ryan Poles, but we got to keep it real here. This Bears team has not been competitive in any game since they fired Matt Eberflus. Damn. Think about that. Since Eberflus got the door, they have not been competitive at all. At least when you had Eberflus as the coach, there were one-score games. You had a chance to win these games, some of them. Even though he made dumb decisions that ultimately cost you the game, you still had an opportunity to win them. But since they got rid of him, you have had no chance to win any game, any of them. You've been blown out in every game since Eberflus got fired. So what does that tell you, Ryan Poles? Your current roster ain't it, fam. It ain't it. So even if Ryan Poles stays as GM, there should be some roster turnover this offseason because clearly the guys that are on the roster now are not good enough. They're not passionate enough. They don't care about football enough. They're not passionate enough. They're not competitive enough because they're keep getting their door blown off every week. It's getting old, fam. Did you, for those of y'all who watched the game today, did you see the stadium? Did you look around the stadium and see what happened? There were damn near more Lion fans in the stadium today than Bear fans. And they were definitely louder today than Bear fans were in the Bears' own stadium. The Lion fans made more noise. That has never happened in my lifetime. But it happened today because the fans are fed up of what the Bears and their lack of doing anything. Their lack of give a damn. The Bears don't give a damn, so now the fans don't give a damn either. They want a competitive product on the field, which the Bears team refused to give them. So the fans are like, damn it, we're not going to come. And I don't blame them. Even media personalities like Lawrence Holmes are telling fans, don't watch the Bears. Don't watch them. Because the Bears don't care, so why should you as a fan care? Now, obviously, for a lot of fans like myself who have been lifelong Bear fans, that's a little more difficult, easier said than done. But I understand the point. And anybody who shares that sentiment, I can't get mad at them because they're absolutely right. The front office does not care, or it seems they do not care. Ryan Poles has not made significant enough additions to make the team competitive in the 3 years that he's been here. And now the team is pretty much in tank mode. So why should I as a fan care when the organization is in tank mode? And that showed up in Soldier Field today because the Lion fans were louder today than the Bear fans. They were louder. That is embarrassing. That should be embarrassing. I mean, we know the Bears have been embarrassed a lot this season, but the fact that the Lion fans showed out louder than the Bear fans today should be hella embarrassing for the Bears organization, the players, and everybody involved. You should be embarrassed that the Lion fans showed out today and your fans did not because you gave them no reason to. You gave them no reason. Shout out to the 5 or 6 of you all watching this live stream. I appreciate y'all tuning in, man. This is Bears Yard. I'm your host, Vipe, and I'm just reacting to the Bears game today where we lost 34-17 to the Lions and just reacting on the current state of the organization as a whole. It's a dumpster fire. It's trash. And obviously, we're going to need a lot more than a coach to come in here and change everything, but I think getting the right coach in here will put things in the right direction. And I feel like right now, the man that the Bears have to go after is Ben Johnson of the Detroit Lions. You need to go hire him. Whatever that man wants. If you got to back up the Brinks truck, back it up. If you got to restructure the front office, restructure the front office. I don't care. Ben Johnson has a track record of success. And it's not somebody else's offense he's been running. He has been running his offense his way for 3 years and it's been top 10 every single year. Again, I have more details in my last video that I did about Ben Johnson being the next big thing for the Chicago Bears. If you have not watched the video, I would highly recommend you go watch the video. I go into detail about Ben Johnson, who he is, where he's from, and why I feel like he will be the best hire for the Bears moving forward. But you need to go out there and get Ben Johnson. Again, I'm not saying that you shouldn't interview anybody else. You should interview whoever you want to interview. You should definitely interview Mike Vrabel. You should definitely interview Joe Brady or Liam Cohen or Todd Monken, or however you say his last name, from Baltimore. I don't know. You should not interview Ron Rivera. I've been hearing Ron Rivera's name out there. Well, why would you do that? Absolutely not. You should not interview Cliff Kingsbury anymore. We still he's done it as head coach. No, thank you. I don't want Cliff Kingsbury. No, thank you. I don't want that. I'm not sure why he think he's coming out there. No Cliff. Leave him in Washington. No, thank you. I'm good. But Ben Johnson, Mike Vrabel, Joe Brady, yes, interview all of them. But Ben Johnson should and needs to be the priority. He is the hottest candidate for a reason. He has the track record of success. And more importantly than anything else about Ben Johnson is that he's had success consistently in your division. Matter of fact, I even argue that Ben Johnson is the one that has taken the North and never given it back. Not Ryan Poles. Ben Johnson, Detroit Lions offensive coordinator, has taken the North and not given it back. Ryan Poles has been the North doormat for 3 years. Ben Johnson has been the king of the North for 3 years. So if for no other reason that you should consider Ben Johnson, consider him because he owns your division. He has success against Minnesota and Green Bay. And obviously coming from Detroit, he'll be able to help you out with Detroit too. You'll be weakened in Detroit if you hire Ben Johnson. So this is too easy. The answer, like I said in my video, the cheat code is right there in front of you, Kevin Warren, Ryan Poles. Ben Johnson is the cheat code. Go get him. I mean, damn, what? I don't know. He basically said, without saying, that he wants to come coach the Bears. He's intrigued with the job. So go meet him and figure out what it's going to take to get him here, and then get him here. Because the NFL is in a new age. The biggest problem with the Bears organization as it currently stands is that they are still too intertwined and wrapped up in 1985. Bro, let that shit go. 85 is over. It was over 40 years ago. Almost 40 years ago to next year. Be 40 years next year. It's over. Let it go. The NFL is not like that anymore. The NFL today is an offensive run league. Offense runs the league. You need a premium offensive mind if you want to have a chance at a Super Bowl in today's NFL. Look at the last few Super Bowl winners. What? Andy Reid and Patrick Mahomes won 3 of them. Who else? Sean McVay won 1 with the Rams. Kyle Shanahan hasn't won one, but he's been to like 3 of them, or 2 or 3 of them. Who else won? Who else won the Super Bowl lately? I don't even know. I don't even know outside the Chiefs and the Rams. I don't even know. But most of the coaches that have been at the Super Bowl or won it have been offensive-minded head coaches. Because today's NFL is an offensive-minded league. The league runs on offense. You need to go out there and hire the best offensive mind to pair with Caleb Williams so you could dominate for years to come. And Ben Johnson is the obvious answer staring you in the face. What will you do, Chicago? What will you do? But I'm going to leave y'all with that. Been here for 30 minutes. That was just my preliminary thoughts on today's Bears game and where they should head in the future. Again, I got videos out on the channel. My latest video that I dropped this Friday was about Ben Johnson and his past and why I feel like he is the next big thing for Chicago. Definitely go check out that video. And I appreciate you all hanging out with me for a few minutes tonight. I'm sorry that we have a sorry team, but hopefully the head coaching hire will be the beginning of the resurgence, the resurrection, if you will, of the Chicago Bears. But either way, this has been Bears Yard. I'm your host, Vipe, and regardless if we suck or we compete, I'm going to be here covering the Bears, giving you my opinionated thoughts each and every Monday through Friday. So that's what I do here on this channel. So if you vibe with my style, if you want more opinionated Bears talk, hit that subscribe button and come back. I will definitely have a video out tomorrow. So stay tuned and enjoy your Sunday night.